Hey YouTube, this is Doree. I've been on YouTube for a couple years now probably and never made a video before. And if you've seen me, even in the past year, probably don't recognize me right now because of the simple fact of my hair and my makeup. I actually just came from somewhere, so that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video, because I already look like something. I'm usually pretty plain Jane. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Doree, and I'm currently living in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been here for about 6 months, and so far so good. I love it. I have lived in different parts of the East Coast all my life, including upstate New York, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is where I was born. I spent some time in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia, and also my last home was in the Hampton Roads area near Virginia Beach. So I lived in a few places. It wasn't due to the military or anything like that. Just trying to find a place that I really want to call home. And I'm a single mother. My daughter is 7 years old, and she's enjoying it here so far as well. My ex-husband lives out west, and we're actually going to see him for the first time in 2 years next week. So exactly a week from now, I will be out in Colorado for the second time, seeing him for the first time in 2 years, and that was when my daughter was about 5. So it's really going to be a little dramatic for her. It's going to be a little overwhelming, but they've stayed in touch. They just haven't seen each other. And there's a lot going on with that, but I have a blog. It's called Doree's Insights, and it's at doreesinsights.wordpress.com. And there, I'm basically just giving my insights, my inputs, my personal opinions, epiphanies, revelations about things that I've learned in recent years. I think I've had the blog for about 3 or 4 years. I am an aspiring author. I have a book that was just edited for the first time in December, and the manuscript really needs to be gone through. I really need to start revising some things, rewriting chapters. So I've got a book, and it's actually a nonfiction book for teen girls. It comprises basically of self-esteem, wisdom, experiences that I've been through that I want to share with teenagers, especially girls today, because we're going through the same things that I was going through, and probably people that were born before the 70s were going through, as far as self-esteem, self-acceptance, looking at issues of your body image, sex, relationships, and unfortunately that's not something I can skip on and be real in this book, because whether it's a 16, 17-year-old girl or a 13-year-old girl, it seems like kids are just doing it younger and younger, and they don't have to. So I like to speak. I'm a Toastmaster. I've been a Toastmaster for over 2 years, and I really, really love speaking. I'd like to become a professional speaker someday. And let's see, what else about me? What makes me tick? I love the Lord. I've been a Christian for many years. I was baptized when I was 13 years old. When I was 10 years old. It was the 13th of the month. I remember that day because just like my birthday, it was a new beginning. I was born again. So it was September the 13th, 1987 that I was born again. And I found a great church home here in Georgia, near where I live, in Smyrna. And let's see, I've met a lot of friends down here in Atlanta. A lot of them, the people that I interact with the most are people who are in meetup groups. And one of the most active meetup groups that I'm in is called Atlanta Naturally Fierce. And I just big chopped my hair in June of 2010, which was approximately 7.5 months ago. So I'll throw up some pictures in case you haven't ever seen me or them before. You'll see how different I look now. And there's quite a bit going on with that, and to get me to that point, because if you had asked me a year ago, would I ever cut my hair ever, I'd look at you like you had 5 heads. because I'm just not a short hair girl. I'm just not somebody that can do hair, and short hair to me means high maintenance because it has to look nice. I never knew that I had little tiny curls in my hair. I never knew how I would feel. Just a lot of things that have gone on in the past year that have really transformed my life. Not just this relocation, but also just some self-awareness, things that God has shown me. So as I go through this journey, actually I call it an adventure. A journey is something that begins and ends, but this is actually an adventure that's just going to be ongoing. And so as I go through this adventure of my life, that not only the natural hair, but also just things that I'm learning about myself and about people and personal development and insights, I'm going to be sharing them with you from time to time here. I don't know how much I'm going to update because I don't like listening to my own voice, and I don't like watching myself on camera or listening to my own voice. But I think that in order for me to ever sell my book when I finish it, or to become a professional speaker, I need to develop a brand. And you seeing me is a way to connect with me and to get to know me, because I feel like there's so many YouTubers that I know because I've been watching them for so long and listening to their struggles and different things that they're teaching and inspiring me with as well. So that's it for me in a nutshell. I don't like really, really, really long videos, so I'm going to try my best not to make them and not ramble. But I really want to start doing this. I'm going to get more and more comfortable with it, I think, as I go along. It was actually my goal to put up my first video in January, and now it's February. It's almost Valentine's Day. But I have some interesting insights to share about singleness and being alone and not lonely. So I'll explore that a little bit more this month, since this is the month of love and Cupid and all of that, and how I came to terms with it, because not everyone is as comfortable with being alone or being single, unmarried, uncoupled, unbooed up as I am. So I'm just going to end it there. I thank you for watching, and stay tuned. There should be much more to come. And I'm a really easygoing person. What you see is what you get. So that's it for now.